Although several years back we discussed this story before on the channel, I wanted to highlight one of my favorite moments in one of my favorite Star Wars novels. That moment coming from the Darth Plagueis novel, which is, again, if you haven't read it yet, a must-read for Star Wars Legends fans. The book follows the life of Darth Plagueis, all the way from when he was conceived by the sinister hand of his master, Darth Tenebris, onto his apprenticeship under Darth Tenebris, eventually leading to him killing his master and taking an apprentice of his own. That apprentice would grow to be the most powerful Sith Lord that the Star Wars galaxy has ever seen, Darth Sidious. The novel leads all the way up to the events of the Phantom Menace, even taking us halfway through the events of the Phantom Menace. For those of you that don't know, Darth Sidious actually killed Darth Plagueis about the same time Darth Maul engaged Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi on the planet of Naboo. And Darth Plagueis' death actually occurs at that point in time during the movie as far as the timeline is concerned. So when the Phantom Menace begins, Darth Plagueis is alive, but when it ends, he's far gone, with a new Dark Lord of the Sith rising to take his place. In the novel though, one of the main events that actually propels Darth Sidious to kill his master Darth Plagueis is the arrival of a young boy on the planet of Coruscant, because Darth Sidious sees the opportunity to train someone so powerful in the dark side of the Force that he will never be questioned again. That individual, as we all famously know, was Anakin Skywalker. But my favorite moment quite possibly in the entire novel is the fact that Darth Plagueis actually has the opportunity to lay eyes on Skywalker, and we get to hear his inner thoughts, and even more important than this, a vision that he experiences of the young Skywalker, and a vision of the future. I find it exceptionally interesting that Darth Plagueis did actually get to see Anakin Skywalker, and the fact that above any other being, Darth Plagueis, one of the most powerful Sith Lords ever, feared this young child. So let's go ahead and read directly from the Darth Plagueis novel exactly what Darth Plagueis experienced when he saw Skywalker. Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the boy had arrived at the platform in a Jedi ship, and then Amidala, her handmaidens and guards, and a loose-limbed Gungan in an open-topped hemispherical air taxi arrived along with them. Just then, the latter group was ascending the starship's boarding ramp, but Qui-Gon and the round-faced desert urchin had stopped short of the ship to speak about something. What? What were they talking about? Plagueis asked silently to himself. What topic has summoned such an earnest look to Qui-Gon's face, and such confused urgency in the boy? Lifting his face, Plagueis stretched out with the Force, and as he did so, fell victim to an assault of perplexing images. Ferocious battles in deep space, the clashing of lightsabers, partitions of radiant light, a black-helmeted cyborg rising from a table. By the time Plagueis' gaze had to return to the platform, Qui-Gon and the boy had disappeared. Trying desperately to make some sense of the images granted to him by the Force, he stood motionless, watching the starship lift from the platform and climb into the night. He fought to repress the truth. The boy would change the course of history. When Darth Plagueis saw the young Anakin Skywalker, his first instinct was to kill him, to send Darth Sidious's assassin Darth Maul after him. But as we well know, Darth Sidious had different plans for the young Skywalker. Plagueis had a deep-seated fear for the young boy because of events that had transpired far before the birth of Skywalker. Darth Plagueis had heard that Anakin Skywalker held a sensitivity to the Force unrivaled by any other, even quite possibly Darth Plagueis himself. And because of this, Plagueis believed that because of the fact that he had tampered with the midichlorians with his apprentice years earlier, that Anakin Skywalker was a being born purely out of the Force meant to destroy the Sith, something that Darth Plagueis was ultimately correct about. Skywalker was a being that one day would in fact destroy the Sith, but not the way that Darth Plagueis foresaw it. Although Darth Plagueis did in fact get a glimpse of Darth Vader, the Clone Wars, and the rise of the Galactic Empire. But what are your guys' thoughts on this crucial event in the Darth Plagueis novel and us revisiting it as a group? What are your thoughts on Darth Plagueis' vision of Darth Vader and why he feared Anakin Skywalker so deeply? As always, my friends, thank you guys so much for watching this video. May the Force be with you and have a great day.